whatever you want to ask, and to my best of my abilities, I will try to answer each one of you. And don't worry, take as much time as you want. I'm here for this evening. So go ahead.
Sir,
Hello.
sir, it will be nice to explain a little bit about your job profile because some of them are really new to this area and will gain a lot from.
Okay. Okay, fine. So government jobs in the previous times were like very coveted. People wanted to do government jobs, but why? Because there was stability, the income was good, you had good holidays, But with changing times, what happened was that corporatization also came in here. Restructuring happened, contractual labors also happened, and the way like people used to think कि अरे सरकारी कर्मचारी है, he's a government worker, government servant, he won't work, your file will be kept. No, now it is not like that. Now you actually have to work at par with your peers in the corporate sector. Uh, what the only thing that is now left here is like good job stability and like a continuous income. Secondly, my job profile is about internal security. Internal security means looking after your borders, everything within your border. It can be political, it can be riots, it can be cases of theft, economic offenses, terrorism, Naxalism, coastal security, air security, rail security. It can be anything. It can be about as simple as food security. So, what we deal basically in my department is security. It can be anything under the sun. That is what we do. For this, we get selected through an exam that is conducted by the Ministry of Home Affairs with a medical exam and an interview and then a rigorous training. And then we are posted like this. There are many government jobs that you can apply for. There departments like Department of Atomic Energy. You would have heard about atomic energy, right? The nuclear scientists, nuclear physicists. Then there is Department of Space, ISRO. You would have heard of it. Then there is railways. Then there is customs, which regulate your taxes. You will pay the custom taxes that you pay. Then there is income tax. Then, hello, sorry for that. Then there is income tax. Then there are things like Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, imagine running a country. You need so many government departments. But the basic funda of cracking each one of this is subjective knowledge about that department. I mean, the core subject that, suppose, agar you're applying for railways, signaling department. So you should know about your signals. You should know about your physics. You should know about your maths. You have to be thorough with it. Plus English, plus general knowledge is standard everywhere. You cannot remove that from any syllabus. Your English and general knowledge are very important. And after that, suppose you're give an exam for RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So your economics has to be strong. Okay, you're giving an exam for accounts and audits, so your accounts has to be strong. You're giving an exam for ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, so your maths, your physics, your chemistry, and it's that subjective knowledge is there. So that is one thing, and I'll tell you a cheat code here. How many of you all want to know a cheat code to get a job? Is there anyone?
Hi.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
So many one. Listen, to get a job, all you need is a basic percentage in your graduation. 65, sorry, 65 to 70% rakhna. At least try for 65, you'll land up somewhere around 60. Keep a good graduation, good communication skills in English, and good general knowledge. This is the only basis on which government exams are cracked. Imagine the government of a country is holding an all India level exam. If they're holding an all India level exam, people from different fields will be coming. Bihar, say, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Kashmir, Rajasthan, from the northeast. So you have to bring them on a level playing field. To bring them on a playing field, what they do is communication skills, general knowledge, and knowledge about that. I'll tell you a very small example. General knowledge, English, and maths are the three things that are tested in UPSC also, that produces IAS, IPS, IRS officers, and also in SSC, Staff Selection Commission, that prepares you for customs, income tax, and all these exams. It is a common thing. And secondly, okay, so this is one. Now you will ask me, from where will I study all this? Now, as I told you, you need a common playing field, a common platform. So if you need a common playing field, common platform, NCRT is the backbone of all your government examinations. Have you all heard of NCRT? The
Yes,
government school
yes,
books?
sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
NCRT books are there for all your training purposes and exams. Simple, 6 से लेके 10 तक, and in some cases 12 तक. If you have a mastery on that, trust me, there is no government exam that you cannot crack. And one newspaper every day, either Hindu or Indian Express. One newspaper every day, and your NCRT. This will prepare you for your general knowledge. Reading a newspaper every day will prepare your English. So there, 75 to 80% of your work is done. 75 to 80% of your work is done. And please don't go for coaching classes for government examination, please. Sit at home, take out your syllabus, and you see what is the syllabus asking. Once you've read the syllabus, take the last 10 years question papers. Take the last 10 years question papers and see the pattern, how they're asking questions. Then you'll know ki, oh, acha, in 2007, this is what they were asking. 2009, this is what they're asking. So there is a shift in pattern. If you will ask Vinci madam, she will be able to tell you that you cannot change knowledge. History is history, geography is geography. So the basic things will be the basic things. How does a volcano erupt? How do earthquakes happen? That will be the basic thing. You cannot change that. And if there is something to change, you are reading a newspaper, so you will add on to it. So that is your plus point also. Hai na? So NCRT plus your newspaper every day. And trust me, you will find it a little less difficult to crack all government examinations. You can do this. You can do this. I have been a fool trying to go for masters and coaching classes. And you know, when I cracked all my exams, when I left everything, sat at home and did this, I self-studied. It took me some time to develop, but then I self-studied, and then after that, one after the other, I cracked so many exams. I liked this one the best, so I joined this. Uh, so this is what I have to tell you. And yeah, working hours. So working hours depends upon which field you are in. In some fields, there is only 8 hours. My job is 24/7, 365. But for this, I get paid not for 12 months, I get a 13 months salary. Yes, you heard it right. I don't get paid for 12 months. There are 12 months in a calendar. I get paid for 13 months because 24/7, 365, I'm on the job. I do get leaves. I do get vacations. There is 30 earned leaves a year and 8 casual leaves along with medical leaves and concession on air tickets, concession on railway tickets, concession on guest house bookings, concession on medical expenses. So these are the perks. Yes, and if you convert it into monetary terms, you are somewhere near a corporate sector salary. So पैसा है, job stability है, मेहनत तो है ही है. Now it's up to you what you want to do. So shoot some questions. I'm really eager to answer some questions.
Thank you, Mr. Osta, for your wonderful knowledge. Even I came to know about lot many things and I'm sure some of them will take up this field. Girls, please put up your questions if you have. Uh, you can raise the hand. The option is to raise the hand over here. Please, you have an opportunity to ask a question. Please go ahead. Yes, Sanya. Hello.
Anyone, any question, don't worry if it is not related to this topic that you've chosen today. Don't worry, just ask. It's okay. Ask.
Please ask.
Sir,
Yes, Ruchi.
Good evening, Ruchi. Tell me.
good evening, ma'am.
Ruchi, your voice is
Sir,
not
I
very.
have
Your voice is
Ruchi, you
not.
can also message. You can also message,
You can put it
right?
in the type box, girls. If you have facing any technical issue, you can put it in the type box. We'll sure answer your questions. Girls, anyone over here? Any questions?
So I would like to ask a question.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
Yes,
Good
Debjani.
evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, miss.
Good evening.
Being a humanities student and having a special interest in English and history, what can be my stream?
Do you
I'm
like
very
to
confused.
teach?
Yes.
If you like to teach, then Miss Vinci is the best person to tell you. But if you really want to go like in the Professor League, then you can give your JRF, SRF, Junior Research Fellow, Senior Research Fellow after your masters, and go ahead with it. If you are looking beyond teaching, humanities is like a I mean, it's huge. You can do whatever you want there because you are a generalist, and generalists can, unlike specialists, they can walk into any field. From humanities, okay, you cannot go into the science field, but if you look into the government job domain, or you can do an MBA or postgraduate diploma in what the field you like, you can go into aviation. Your opportunities are
Yes.
endless. Your opportunities are endless. You can do that. You can do whatever you feel like. It's like what you want to do. What do you want to do, Debjani? Tell me. What is your interest?
Actually, I want to be a professor, but it takes a long time. Like the
Yes, it
course
does.
is long. So,
Yes.
like I want some alternatives. I'm not sure what I want to do till now. First, I want to persuade English honors, and then
Hmm.
I'll think about the like future studies. But I want to keep some alternatives that so that I can change to them if I don't want to like carry on with this.
Okay. So you are worried that you might get a job late, and if at
Yeah.
all. Okay. So fine. So getting a job quickly without a professional degree, so that only leads you to government jobs. Look, I'm not saying that I am doing a government job, so it is the best. No. But the thing is ki after graduation, the only field you get into is the government job. I left my post graduation midway. I was selected in a central university, Jamia Millia Islamia. I left it midway, pursued UPSC, and while pursuing UPSC, I got this. So, yeah, this is what you can do. You can prepare for banking as well if you want.
But I need maths for it. I don't have maths in my
Then
subject.
leave it. Then leave it. Okay, so maths will.
So
Dekho.
sorry to intervene. I hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yes,
Yes.
please.
Actually, some of my students in the humanities stream, there's a
Uh,
particular stereotypical notion that they have that they cannot join certain streams, like you said, banking, because they're coming from the humanities stream. I really want you to tell them that this is not the case. I mean, whether it's
yes.
UPSC, whether it's IAS, it has nothing to do with stream. I mean, even if it's math, it's up to class 10, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is. It's not
So,
specialization at all. And the
hmm.
maths that we are talking about is like you would have done time, speed, and distance. Like two trains are running against each other,
Yes.
and this train
Exactly.
is at this speed. Who will cross each other first? Speed
Yeah.
and motion. Okay, things like profit and loss, simple maths, 10 standard maths. There are books like ML Agarwal, RP Goenka. If you only solve their examples over and over and over again, you will become very proficient. And to deal with the maths in the government exams, all you need is practice. It's not high funda maths. It is not at all high funda maths. It is only and only and only practice. 10 standard maths. You will
Hello,
not
sir.
be asked beyond it.
Hello, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Sir, Ruchi over here has posted her question. Sir, I have seen
Thank
my
you, sir.
brother giving a certain administrative exam. So my question is to why do we get 1 or 2 hours and get 100 questions? I know they're multiple choice question, but still isn't there less time? They're like worried about they get too many question in too less time. I call it a speed test
The
actually.
It's not a speed test. Look, you have 10 lakh people applying for 1000 posts. So if you make a ratio out of it, what is the ratio? 1 is to 1000, right? So this is not an exam for selection. It is an exam for elimination. You don't have to score the highest. You just have to cross that threshold. I hope each one of you students are getting my point. It is not an exam of selection. It is an exam of elimination. All government exams have a preliminary and a main exam. The preliminary is to remove the husk from the wheat or from the rice. It's like, to remove the non-serious candidates from the serious candidates. That is all. It is not a process for selection. You will be selected in your main exams. In any government exams, mains are what that matters, interview is what that matters. In preliminary, you just have to cross that threshold.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Yes, Rayani.
Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Good
teachers.
evening.
Sir, I wanted to know like everything about the UPSC exams and the journey to becoming an IAS.
Are you really interested in that?
I am.
It is going to take a lot of time. It
Yes,
is
sir,
going to
I
take a
know.
lot of time. So the first thing you do is you download the syllabus. You read the syllabus. Then there are past 10 years questions that you pick up and you compare it to the syllabus. You will see a change, a shift in pattern. Like when I gave my last exam in 2015, I started giving my exams from 2011. So even in 4 years, I could see a shift in the pattern. You shouldn't mug up things. You have to get your concepts right because they ask you on concepts.
So where should I start from?
Downloading a syllabus. Download
And
your
then read.
syllabus, read your syllabus, get thorough with it. I mean, you ask your teachers, that is how they set the question papers from the last 10 years papers that they see. You cannot actually keep generating from a stock of knowledge. If it is 100, I mean, if the knowledge is in one book, how many new questions can you get? Nahi na, you cannot get from beyond it. You will have to only get through that book. So your last 10 years papers will actually tell you what is the scope of questions. What is the range of question? Like itna se leke itna tak. ठीक है? In this range you will be asked questions. So in that range you start preparing. The first exam you might not pass. You might not. But the first exam will tell you where you went wrong. And then you can change and develop your pattern. But first, download your syllabus, last 10 year questions, then you understand what is happening, what type of questions they ask, what the government requires of you, and then you start preparing. Don't jump into preparation. Don't go for any coaching. You can do it yourself. And if you want any links to studies or books, I can send it through Miss Vincy anytime when you ask.
Yes, sir, please.
I will do that.
Thank you, Rayani. So Ripshita over here is asking that she's in class 8 and she likes chemistry and biology, but she doesn't like maths. So what are the stream within the government job she can choose? And Simran Kaur over here, she's asking that what is the right time to start for UPSC exams? So
Okay, UPSC exam. Okay, fine. First, chemistry and biology. Look, chemistry and biology chemistry you can apply in so many fields, like from right from mining to there are there are dyes. What do you call that? I forgot. The dye that you create for your notes, that currency notes. You have chemistry in space research. You have chemistry in Indian Oil Corporation in petroleum business. You have chemistry in marine research. You have biology in marine research. Oceanic research is there. Then you can go in for atomic energy. You can go in for fisheries. You can go in for this. I'm forgetting this name. Uh, Department of Health. You can go in for Department for Health. The choices are endless. But since you are in eighth standard, no, she's in eighth standard, right? Chemistry and
Yes.
biology.
Yes.
Yes, you are in eighth. Build your base right now. Don't worry about your field. Forget it. Build your base because what you're studying right now is what will be asked in your government exams. Okay? So build your base right now. Become strong. Later, after 12, you'll see what you can do. You have 4 years now. These 4 to 5 years, just build your base. Constant. If you like chemistry and biology, become so strong in it. So strong in it that you pick and choose what exam you have to give. You don't have to give all the exams. Build your base. You need to build your base right now. And don't worry about what you can do in government exams. Not right now. Your mind will go off track, worrying about your future. Your present right now is what matters the most. And you are
Sir,
at a very good place right now. Yep.
sir, Anushka over here will ask question. Yes, Anushka, please go ahead.
Good morning, teachers and sir. Sorry, good
Good
evening, teachers
evening.
and
Good
sir.
evening, Anushka.
Yes, sir. My mother only said me to ask this. I was very scared, but I will ask it. I need the confidence, so I will ask it. Whatever it is, sir. In I had seen in my I have seen that in government jobs there many person is not honest. Even my mother is a government and my father is a government employee. So how can I be honest? Totally honest I want to be. Even I have seen many IAS officer coming to my mother hospital to check up, but again they are going back. When they are finding nothing is found, then how to be honest?
You can only be honest to yourself. You cannot be honest to anyone
I want
else.
to honest to my people of India also. I want to do for them.
Dude, you are so right. Be honest to yourself first. Do your duty well. Then only you will be able to be honest with others. If you're not honest with yourself, how will you be honest to others? If you're not doing your duty well, that means you're being dishonest to your duty. If you're being dishonest to your duty, you're being dishonest to all the people you serve.
Yes.
So, by being honest to your duty, being honest to yourself, you have then you are being honest with everyone. And since you are in 8, probably I don't know whether this concept you will be able to understand. If you are in a big lake or in a big pond where there are big alligators and crocodiles, you cannot fight with them sometimes.
Yes.
Getting my point? फालतू का
Yes.
आप पंगे नहीं ले सकते हैं. You sometimes you have to be quiet and wait for your time to come where you can hit back, which is the right time to strike at the right moment. I know what you're trying to say. You know what honesty is. I know very well you know what honesty is, but you
Yes.
want to say that how do we deal with such people, dishonest people and dishonest situations? I even find it difficult at times. At those times I just keep my mouth shut because I know you cannot fight every time. Certain times you have to take a step back so that you can run and jump higher. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you.
okay, most
Sir,
welcome. There is one question that I missed out. What is the correct time of preparing for UPSC?
yes.
I was just writing it down. So there is no correct time. You can start off wherever or whenever you can. There is an age limit to it, and there is a limit to the number of attempts that you can take within that age limit. So that is what helps you to decide What is the correct time? Many people start after graduation. Some people drop off their jobs and then start. Some after getting married and having children, then they start. So how you start and when you start depends on your situation. Okay. So yeah, next.
Sir, Shrishti over here would like to ask a question. Yes, Shrishti Chakravarti, please ask.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, teachers. Sir, I
Good
have a
evening.
question.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
for IAS, I've seen most of the IITians appearing for this job, sir. So it does not level up the playing field because humanities and commerce students also appear for that job. And the IITians already have a job and they try to snatch away the job opportunities for some of the people who are not yet into that field.
Hmm.
So, sir, you were saying that we have a level playing field, but
So
this
you
just
have a level
increases.
playing field. As I told you, I'm a dropout. I'm a dropout from my master's. And with me are serving doctors who have served in AIMS. The point is why they do this, because after working in private sector for a few years, trust me, they understand. If I'm not saying government jobs are better, don't quote me wrong. Anywhere, don't quote me wrong. I'm trying to tell you is stability. They have a sense of stability. They want to come back home. They want a normal, peaceful, quiet life. That is why they come back to do this. And secondly, as you have pointed out, they don't try and snatch your job. It's just that they have been so rigorously preparing for getting into IIT, crossing their JEE mains, that they know that they are slightly better placed. But no, that is also not the point. I have already told you how to prepare for it. They will go for coaching, they will do 10 other things, but they don't understand that this is a level playing field. The government wants you to bring to you in a level playing field. Okay, tell me, I'll ask you, Srishti,
Yes, sir.
you know how many people from Bihar crack IAS and IPS every year?
Yes, sir. I know that.
Hindi
Maximum of them
medium,
crack.
Hindi medium people who cannot speak English for a dime, 50 50 पैसा का अंग्रेजी नहीं बोल सकते हैं ये, but they crack it because of their hard work. That is all that is required here. You don't have to be some big shot or from a big college. Nahin. You can do it, and the rest is up to your hard work. Don't wait for your luck to shine on you.
Sir, I
Do
have
your
one more
hard.
question.
Yes, please.
Sir, I've seen many people giving multiple attempts, but they end up losing hope in cracking those exams because the chances to get to those posts and there are so many elimination processes, it's less than 0.1%. It's around
Agreed.
somewhere close to that picture.
Agreed. Agreed. So your
So,
point being,
So my point being, sir, while I'm preparing for my government exams, which line of job should I take so that I'm able to earn my bread?
man, I answered this question to me 5 years ago, to myself 5 years ago. You know, while you're preparing for UPSC, there are a host of other exams that you're simultaneously preparing without knowing for. You are already ready for giving your staff selection commission. You will be ready for giving the state services exam for so many fields, like state services like West Bengal Public Service Commission. Then there is Jharkhand Public Service Commission, Bihar Public Service, all state public service commissions you will be ready for. You will be ready for giving exams in RBI, NABARD. You will be ready for giving exams in Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Accounts and Audits, Ministry of Economics. Sorry, not Economics, Ministry of Finance. Forgive me. There are so many other places. You will be able to give exams in central paramilitary forces like BSF, CISF, CRPF, Sashastra Seema Bal. It is endless. It is up to you what you want to do. Just don't say कि हमको UPSC करना है तो हम यही करेगा. नहीं. Prepare for UPSC. Prepare for UPSC. But simultaneously keep giving exams, because you know when you keep giving exams, there is one person who right now asks, in 2 hours we have to answer 100 questions. How is that possible? So
So
when you
even for
keep
IIM also, so for CAT, we have to answer 180 questions within some time. And if I
yes,
get the same marks, the person who answered the difficult question gets selected in the end.
okay. So if you keep, I'll just finish off with my point before coming back to you. If you keep giving exams, you will be sharper, you will be better at time management, and you will know seeing the question whether I should answer it right now or whether I'll come back to it again. Okay, so that is one thing. And to your IIM query, the point is, as
Yes, sir.
sharp as you are with your maths and English, the sharper you will be with this. I mean, the key to giving any government exam is giving multiple exams so that you keep testing yourself against time, against the best, against people who have been preparing for like past 5 to 6 years. Then only you will become better, or else there is no. I mean, classes, the tests in coaching classes don't actually give you. People practice in the nets in cricket. There are people bowling to you, but only when you play Ranji Trophy, state level, national, international, then only you become so good that you get selected in the Indian cricket team. So practice makes you perfect here. And practicing not in a swimming pool, go into the river or into the sea and jump and swim and practice. Then you will be able to, you know, guide yourself through any situation that comes your way.
Hello, sir.
So, sir, I have to prepare for multiple exams during this period so that I'm at a better position.
No. Not multiple exams. As I told you, while preparing for UPSC, unknowingly you are prepared for so many other exams. Unknowingly you're prepared. I didn't prepare for this Ministry of Home Affairs exam. I never did. I was preparing for UPSC. So while preparing for UPSC, I came across this. I gave that and I got through it
So is
and I
the
took it.
syllabus same for all of the exams?
As I said before, maths, English, and general knowledge is your basic staple diet. Is your basic, like rice is your staple diet here in Bengal with fish. For proper Bengalis here that are non-vegetarian, on the same note, maths, English, general knowledge, three things.
Okay, sir.
And
Sir,
maths is basic class 10 maths.
Class 10 maths. They won't go beyond that.
sir,
Thank you, sir.
thank
Most
you.
welcome.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Shrishti. Sir, Swatika Roy over here has a question. She wants to know what are the education qualifications needed for an IAS stream? Like, what is a minimum qualification required?
Graduation,
Graduation with how many marks, sir?
60%.
60%.
That's it.
Yes. Dia Das over here would like to ask question. Dia, are you here?
Yes, yes. Sir. Good evening,
Yes.
Miss. Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening.
I love to I love geography, history, and English, but I don't like math, and even I'm very weak in math. And even teachers also tell me to practice a lot of math. But the main thing is like I want to be an IPS officer, but is math like is math is really needed for UPSC exams?
Only for preliminaries. That
Okay.
too, your paper 2, which is not a compulsory paper, but it is a paper of qualification. You just have to get a minimum percentage of marks there. And your paper 2 contains all this CAT and MAT like questions, na? Common aptitude test and management aptitude test type of maths and English. That is it. Logical reasoning is there, maths is there, English is there, creative thinking is there. You don't only stick to maths. Maths is not entire paper 2. Probably you'll have 10 to 12 questions. उसमें से 6 आंसर कर देना. But 6 तो आंसर करो. They are not trying to get a mathematician on board. They have lots of mathematicians to do the job. All they want to know is whether after becoming an IPS officer, if you get a situation that you have never faced before, or you don't like, or you are weak, can you handle it? That is what they want to know. Diya, have you understood what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, थोड़ा सा मैथ्स, ज़्यादा नहीं है, थोड़ा सा है, कर सकते हो. You can do it. You just need practice. I'll tell you a secret. I failed in maths in 9 and 10. I was given 5 marks extra in my pre-board exams by my teacher so that I could just answer my board exams. In 2 months, I just practiced and practiced and practiced. I got only 60. In standard 11, I again failed one term. But in my boards, standard 12, I got 83. Just practice. हो जाएगा. It's not बहुत पहाड़ नहीं है. You have to do a very tiny bits of maths. Simple, speed, distance and time. 6, 7, 8, 9 का book solve कर लो काफी है.
Sir, Samriddha Adhikari over here would like to ask you next question, and we'll take
Yes,
two
please.
more questions before we close the session for the day.
Okay.
Yes, Samriddha, are you here?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Today I want to ask a question that if I take bioscience after class 10 and I want to ask what are my chances for cracking IFS if I take bioscience, and what additional subjects should I take with it so that it will be easier for me to crack IFS?
IFS means there are two things: Indian Forest Service or Indian Foreign Service.
Sir, Indian Foreign Service.
Foreign Service. So you have to go through UPSC. That
Yes,
means you
sir.
need two different subjects in mains. So bioscience, Polke, I don't remember a subject. Probably it would have been introduced of late. But you go with subjects that are traditional, because off the hook subjects generally have a vast scope of questioning, which many have not answered, which many don't take up, so many have not answered. Simple. So if you go with traditional subjects like relating to science itself, you take up biology. With biology, what is closest to biology? Chemistry. Are you good in chemistry?
Yes, sir.
Then take up biology and chemistry.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Yes, sir.
much, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you, Samriddhi. Ankita over here will ask the next question. Yes, Ankita Bose. Please.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, teachers. Sir,
evening.
I really want to know something. That is, from my childhood, I have a interest in IAS officer department, and it's really one of my dream professions, I can say. So, what I really want to know is, sir, from the last 4 years, I'm suffering from a health issue, that is juvenile arthritis. It's related to my backbones, and my teachers also know that. So, is it possible that I can still join IAS with all these health issues?
Yes, you can. It's only in IPS, in jobs which have on-field, law and order catering situations, that like CRPF, BSF, Army, IPS, that physical, injuries matter, shortcomings matter. But with your situation, people who are blind in one eye are IAS officers, boss. Paraplegic people are IAS officers. People who have paralysis in one side are IAS officers. It all has to do with here. You get my point?
So, sir, I can sit for my UPSC and try to crack my IAS in that case. I have chance, right?
You do have a 100% brilliant chance.
Okay, so that's what I really wanted to know, because I had this wrong conception that I cannot join with all these health issues.
You can. You can. Absolutely can. Okay, so you can download the notification for UPSC 2020 or the next year's notification. They will give you the standards of health required against each. People with one hand and one leg are IAS officers. I know such people.
Okay, sir.
Understand, your physical shortcomings have nothing to do with your dreams. At least with IAS. With IPS, yes. One hand is not acceptable at all. But with IAS, you can do that. You can go for foreign services, revenue services, audit and account, military estate. So many in UPSC that you can go for.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Sir, on behalf of all Loreto family, I would really like to thank gratitude to you. Like, you have given your, as you have told that you have worked, your work takes toll, like you work 24/7, 365. Thank you taking out time for my girls, for
Most welcome.
joining the session and answering their questions, and most importantly, motivating them so that they will reach for the moon and they'll grab the moon.
I'm always ready for any kind of help and answering any queries. It's not just today's webinar. If you have anything, you can route through your madams to me, and through them, I will answer your questions, like whatever they are.
Ms. George, would you like to add something? Ms. George, please unmute yourself.
Sorry, Miss Vinci ended the thing session so early. I was very curious. As a person, as a student myself, I forbade the exams thinking about the interviews. You know, I used to hear the interviews are a terror, and you are like the panelists are really bad at
Yes,
asking, and
same,
I was
same.
completely and I really wanted to ask you that, you know, how is the interview conducted and how bad is it?
Okay, so in interview, there are very three senior officers from the UPSC cadre, generally from IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS, these four fields. Interview is nothing but testing your stress. If you continue to breathe and stay focused, you can answer. They don't want super smart people. They will train you to become super smart. They want people who are clear in their heads, thinking on the ground. They want people who can bring solutions. If you go and say ki I will change the system, they'll say please, that is the door, walk out, because they know that ek aadmi kya karega. Not possible. You can do what you can. So you have to be very practical at those interviews. I mean, I was mocked. My IPS officers, my 3 IPS officers, they started laughing at me. I felt very embarrassed, but then I couldn't feel embarrassed or cry or show any emotion. I just had to keep a straight face. So that is terrorizing, but it is handleable. You can handle it.
No, thank you so much, because being a sociology teacher and having students of humanities, the first stereotypical notion is being in humanities field, they feel more bad because, you know, there's a hierarchy of streams now. And to keep on telling them that, you know, there is a lot of scope in humanities, you know, it's something that I have to keep on telling them. So when we have people like this who actually tell their stories, and, you know, they get to understand that, you know, the world actually has a lot of scope for them. It's not restricted to just humanities or you know, science or commerce.
So you are
thank
from
you for that.
humanities stream, right?
Myself, no, I did. I was with taken up science till standard 10. Then I knew I was so bad in chemistry that I couldn't even balance equations. I was so bad, so bad that then I took up commerce with maths, and finally I went to economics. I did a simple BA in economics, no honors, nothing brilliant about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for motivating our girls. I'm sure they have taken a lot from this session, and
I hope.
Thank you very much.
Okay, all of you, never stop believing in yourself. And if you feel doubt that y'all can't win, just think y'all came in this world as a single-celled organism. You, without knowing, have defeated so many other children when you took entrance in KG in this such a wonderful institution. You've passed examinations so far that you have reached standard 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I don't know how much. You have survived one more day. You all are fighters. No matter what economic background you come from, no matter what society you come from, each one of you, if you are studying today and working hard, God bless you, man. God bless you. You all are doing wonderful. Just keep it up. You will do it at the end of the day.
So,
yes, Devajini, boliye.
I have last question to ask. That is,
Please go.
so So according to you, for any viva or interview, even if we don't know the answer, the best way is to keep calm and try to analyze the situation, right?
And say, no, I don't know it, sir. You make up an
Okay.
answer, they will really, I mean, screw with you. Don't do that. Be honest.
So,
Yes.
so then I have one question. If I'm unable to answer none of the questions, then they'll show me the door too. Best option to be quiet, and then they'll show me the door.
Yes,
Definitely. Definitely, they will show you the door, but at least you've been honest. They will remember it. That goes
Sir,
down in your resume.
then I have to give another attempt and have to go through all those processes.
क्या
So it
कर
would be a
सकते हैं आप
waste
एक
of
भी
time.
आंसर नहीं कर पाए अरे पर how will this happen if you have crossed mains and you have reached interview it cannot be that you will not be able to answer a question you will be able to answer 50 और आपको क्या लगता है आपको सब्जेक्ट से पूछेंगे नहीं they will not ask you from the subject they will give you live situations they will give
So
you
if they give me such a situation that I'm unable to analyze, then what will happen, sir?
No, sir, currently I don't know about this, but sir, I will make sure that I'll go back and I'll study about it and get educated about it. Come up with a smart answer, na? Come up with a smart answer. There'll be times when you'll be meeting so many democratically elected people that their queries you won't be able to answer. So what will you do then? You'll have to be polite. You'll have to be smart. You'll have to play to your strengths and to their weaknesses against their weaknesses. At that moment, that's what you'll do. With a smile, with a quick sense, you will answer that question. That much you'll have to do.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you very much, girls. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a great help.
Most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Most welcome to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Any more questions?
Sir, again
Yes.
I am sir, even I want to be IAS from when I was 4 years old. My dream was to
Oh, yes.
become IAS.